Watch the rear tyres here as he brakes. As soon as he touches a brake pedal, nothing you can do.
Not a lot, but the left side and front.
You hear it just locking the rears. Nothing you can do.
So what they do?
Oh, yeah, he didn't do anything wrong there apart from just trying.
Spins and puts it in the wall, and that's going to wreck Conway's lap. Oh, and they hit each other.
I mean, this is okay. You're not achieving anything by dragging.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Nick made a mistake. He made one mistake and then made another by. He's probably trying to get out. He probably thinks he's in the firing line here.
Oh,
jeez. Yeah. Just a bad decision. We've all done it.
Oh, he's gone in wide, and he's managed to keep it going and stumbled across the line, really, and ended up in 15th place. Car. There goes Robin Frames up the inside of Turvey. So Turvey loses 2 places in as many laps, and Da Costa up the inside. Goodness me, he had to mount those curves.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not going anywhere, is it? You hear the motor spinning up? Great move there from Robin Frames. Absolutely fantastic. A little bit of contact on the way out, but
too late.
Well, he's on the bumps. He's on these bumps. He's in the middle of the road, on the crown of the road, and that was it. You either go one side.
14. Oh, he's gone in big, and that could bring out a safety car. And here's what happened then. Oh,
overcorrected. Got sideways, overcorrected, and yeah.
Cleaning through. It's Ascona who's got the advantage. Oh, and contact behind, and it's Lorenko Bear out of Jaeger who got car understeering out wide. The grass very, very slick, and thump into the barrier. Another look at it from this angle. Doesn't look any prettier, but they build these Seat cars very strong. Euro Cup for Stian Poulsen, but who is going to finish in second place as they sprint to the line? It's Lucille Cipriano who gets second position by 71 thousandths of a second. As they came through the final turn, and Cipriano just gets the nose of her car in front as they came across. Challenge for the lead on Lucas Orrock. Orrock, though, knows he needs to squeeze out. As problems for Julien Brichet, who see it. Look towards the back of the picture. There you go. And that also did the damage to Anthony Patak's car, which resulted in the Polish driver retiring. Now here is the contact. Herter and Aitken interlocking wheels, and then thump into the Armco barrier for Colton Herter. Once more in the Fortec car, forces the mistake from Habsburg, who runs very, very wide, coming out to turn 2, rejoins. Here is a look, first of all, at Estre finding his way past Biaggi, and yet Biaggi was offline coming into turn 12 and could never regain it. Oh my goodness me, that was close between Stefan Lemeray and Dietrich Schittoff. Lemeray somehow able to take evasive action. All right, here is the move we wanted to see. It was one of those really awkward little bumps as well, just at the wrong angle to DC. In the opening round of the International GT Open for Sean Balfe and Phil Keane for Balfe Motorsport. There's a challenge for the lead now. Crestani draws alongside West as they head uphill through turns 9 and 10, and Rest runs wide on the exit. This is the opportunity that Crestani will be hoping for. Can he get his nose in front for turn 12? West commits to the corner. Crestani looks for the switchback. They go side by side into the Parabolica. They go side by side through the Parabolica. There's contact between the pair of them. Some bodywork flies off. Chris switch back down towards turn 2. Oh, and he's got it, you know. He draws alongside Alexander West. He's going to force it. There's contact. Off they both go. Crestani and West into the gravel trap. A lick of flame from McLaren as it recovers. And Duncan Tappy takes the lead of the race. West is beached in the gravel trap. Crestani will rejoin in them. It's a win here in Estoril. They take the victory to the applause on the pit wall. Second place to Cesar Campanico and Andres Saravia in the DriveX Audi.
Know that. You just see a repeat here again of Corbett's spin there. Yeah, again just unsettled slightly by that second chicane, and nowhere really for Youssef to go but straight towards the barrier and stop.
From Wells, as we have a replay of Tom Ashton. Well, I guess what you can say is the gravel matches the paint scheme.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here is Phil Keane, who found a way. Oh, and contact between Phil Keane. Oh, dear me. And that's a big accident with Phil Keane and Andrea Fausti. And Keane has absolutely slammed into the tyre wall at the start of the pit straight. And Andrea Fausti crunches into the pit wall as well. Very, very nasty accident. as we have another look at it, and we will almost certainly see the safety car, if not more. Well, the good news is that Phil Costa's moment.
Yeah, you see Costa runs right wide out onto the debris on the outside of the corner there where you shouldn't be, and yeah, sure enough, Costa.
Donut. Oh, it's just a little bit of a tag, wasn't it, from Jim Booth? I'm not sure that Donut quite get the switchback manoeuvre done. Oh, contact between the pair of them. That was never on Freleng Costa, and he ends up in the gravel trap. John win the third round of the Radical European Masters season and do it in fairly dominant.
Right front corner. Here's a replay. Oh, lost the car very, very late, and was not able to catch it. And I think that will be more than just a yellow flag, I'm afraid. Perfect move, bit of slipstream halfway down the straight, and then takes the position. And Homola, and then, as we see, a replay of David Kajaya running a little bit wide on the final corner. Bit of understeer, keeps the car facing at the front of the field. Matto into second position, Vernet third. The circuit somewhere. Oh dear. He's lost. The whole front end of the car has collapsed. The steering on the left-hand side is gone, as you can see. Here's a replay. Morbidelli, just a little tap. A little bit of bodywork comes flying off. Wasn't intentional. Gets alongside, but then the circuit turns right. Oriola's been in the wars as well. Turn is right, so it's okay. It's more of a defensive move. Homola has the inside line for the next turn. And once again, oh, Morbidelli's trying to luck it out around the outside. This is going to work for him. Morbidelli has the inside line now, under brakes. And we have a change for the lead, or do we? They're still side by side. What great stuff, what great action. Homola now needs to switch to the left-hand side. And he does so. But Morbidelli, I think for the moment, has claimed it. Jean Carbonet wants a bit of a party of this action, and Stefano Camini's now going to be there. Now, what is Homola going to do? Is he going to do the same as what he did? He had done to him by Morbidelli. Matto Homola through the right-hander, and the chicane allowed Vernet down the inside. Lovely move, and he got it stuck. You see, he dived down. He was far enough ahead here to claim the corner. And then at the next turn, I'm not sure if there was contact. Oh, there was contact there, but that was a different lap, I think. Further back, Oriola, Heisemans, and Michel Grashov. Now that is far more aggressive. Grashov pushing Heisemans right to the outside of the circuit. Amazing. As we have a look at Dusan Borkovic. Blimey, both of them super late under brakes. Grashov has lost two. Takes victory in race one here in Estoril in the Honda. The first win for Honda this year. First win for West Coast. He moves into the points. Grashov attacks back. Bit of a shove. See what happens. Well, brakes worked at the end there. Didn't compromise his speed, and Gianni Morbidelli looks down the inside through turn 3. And Gianni Morbidelli down the inside into chicane. They're side by side. Vernet holds the inside line for the second part of the chicane and then forces him wide. Nice defensive move, nice clean racing between the two of these. Oh, Morbidelli has the inside line for a 12 though.
Lots as well, he's there in second place. George Russell is trying to come around the outside though. He's third, he wants to be in second place, George Russell. One or two others drifting out wide first. Might be him recovering from a moment. There was some contacts on the way into turn 1. Some pretty big contact. Pedro Piquet coming off worse from that, I'm afraid. Forced out wide, and race, another one inherits the lead. Going to get a replay. This was the spin. I had quite pay off. Might see setting Kamara. We saw him out wide on the circuit. Will Max Gunther. Here's a replay of it. George went for the move. He got the inside line, and then Max turns in. There's contacts with both hitting each other, and George will argue he got the line. Max will argue he had to turn in, and in the end, both of them, I'm afraid, are going to be out of the race and losing valuable points. Ronnie Rosson's Prima Power Team. A3 race winner, terrific drive, High-Tech GP get their victory as well. After a tough weekend at times, that will mean everything. Second place goes to Joel Eriksson.
that Norby is not only out of race 1, that means Norby is out of race 2 as well, because...
I mean, Huffy's got slicks on the front, wets on the rear, but I think Lopez has gone all round, hasn't he? Which is a real brave move.
Well, he's 9th. There is a gap 5th on the... Although of an entertaining sight of Citroen's going off left, right and centre, and again here Muller couldn't control the car. That's not him down and trying to throw him off the track. And look how sideways Chilton got inside, and Muller here, looks, Chilton there is quite had the traction that the Citroen's enjoyed.
Oh, got a good run through there. Just
yes, he did. 11.
Gonna be a tough ask.
Well, that was the key point for Gabrielli. Came in after 1 formation lap, or after 2 formation laps actually, and then changed what were front slicks for front wets. So he had wets all round, and then it's taking candy off a baby. Ooh. Well, you know, he's Gabrielli. He's got to be a little Italianate in his passing occasionally, hasn't he? And that time Demustier's car threw itself out of the way, so Gabrielli didn't have to ease his way through.
Oh, Ivan Muller, fastest front sector. Now he's wet shod.
Oh, he's got some wet weather tyres on. You know, it's very... Checkered flag is out. Nani has made a great getaway as well. Citroen's superb traction off the line. Lopez leads, Coronel inside Muller, Banani into the back of Muller, and off go... Whoa! Off goes Greg. And a lot... Oh! That didn't stop. That was not... Well, you pick it up late. He's fully locked up there, isn't he? I think. Banani's tag on Tiago, even more...
There's ever such a gentle...
I know, and even more of a hard luck story. And we saw, don't forget, we saw Huffy lose a position there to Muller just by sliding off the track.
Yeah,
so
Martin, the door wasn't open though, was there?
No?
There wasn't a car.
No, but he didn't try and stick his nose in. He outside the Volvo, and Björk trying to fight. It goes off wide, and there's contact, and Gabrielli, broken left rear suspension, is out of the race.
Another gear, a 7.
Look at that. I mean, Chilton was doing, what, 15 kilometres an hour less off the corner than he might have been. Norby did well not to hit him there, actually.
Pardon?
Well, he didn't hit him in that corner.
He'll go, but no, he can't go dry.
Thing's broken. Yes, left rear. Left rear is broken. And that's the chicane, and it's all gone.
Can he limp back?
He can limp back, but he will be being passed by everybody, and that was Coronel trying to get around him. That's why it went sideways, and now he knows that's not why it went sideways. Lopez is going to win this by a country mile. Victory. Drama. Last lap, broken suspension. Can you, Adam and Eve?
How did that break? I mean, when he got hit earlier on, it was on the right-hand side, wasn't it?
Yep,
not the left.
But we didn't see where else he got hit.
Yeah.
Everybody survived, more or less, only to get to the second chicane, where there was more of the same. Okay, Nikita Troitsky just levelling with Norris. There's drama in the background, one in the... Surely as 2 of them lock up, different parts of the group. Whoops, way up over the curb and then over the car ahead. And that is 2 of the Russian drivers that have come to grief. One triggered it, one had nowhere to go. That's going to be a... Julien Falchereau was involved in that. And also, I think, was Alexei Korniev. Yes, there's the replay of it. So, yeah, it was Korniev that made the mistake. He got clobbered, and in the end, with nowhere to go, Formula Renault 2.0 NEC for 2016 ahead of Nikita Troitsky. In 3rd place, Lando Norris. 4th goes the way of Jahan Daruvula, just ahead of Robert Schwartz. Largely green Chevrolet Camaro. And there, whoops, way up over the curb, hopping how it all kicked off. Duncan Houseman's Chevrolet is ahead. Calamia goes for a gap that wasn't there when he started. It was when he finished. 4, the KTM just up the road ahead. Who does he defend from? He puts Lackinger onto the grass. Sillyhouse moves right across on him, and there's contact for 2nd place between Goulden and Valorania going into the chicane. It's the 3rd of those cars. Was slow coming out of the chicane, and it was the Autolando Sport Porsche in the hands of Alessandro Giovanelli that went for a gap that wasn't necessarily there, and an intermittent problem that ultimately would force it into retirement. There was this drama in the though comes through to score victory, but who's going to be second? Look at this over the timing line. It is just Andy Goulden second. Far from easy as the cars battled on. Drama took out Christoph Lenz and the Italian driver Manuele Mangozzi. Tim Muller was in strife as well, being collected as he side. But by that stage, the race leader had long gone. Dennis Lynn, the race 1 winner, headed for the grass, headed up the escape road and could do no. But then we had this off for Steph Dusseldorf, who were lame. And then we had this drama as well for the number 69 Lamborghini, as off went Theodor Ishkop, pole position. This was the Laurens Vanthoor spin. He, like many, faces a lot of work to do. Great concertina of traffic in the middle of the pack, and some had to go up the escape road and try and avoid contact. Some gained places. One, Jeroen Bleekemolen gained lots of ground and got a penalty for it. And there, look, gaining huge amount of ground, Christopher Brook, and he also was penalised.
Whoa, big problems over Descari. What was that all about?
Drama, as for the first of 2 incidents, Derek Pearce was in strife, given a tap going into the back. So a look under braking.
Yeah, but just that right rear, did somebody cut across? Oh, there's contact behind, that's what it was. But that was
Boyd's car, which virtually disappears underneath. And that, remember, has also got a drive-through to serve. Damage at the front right of the Bentley. Now have a look. It's the 25 Audi that gets a little tag, and then he loses it, I think, through the next corner. The Bentley brakes. The Lamborghini's got nowhere to go. Drilled him up the back. Launches him up in the air. Carries on.
side by side. Book on the inside, bits of bodywork flying up in the air as the Jaguar.
Car that had been delayed early on. Another spinner coming out of the second of the chicanes. Van Gisbergen brings it home just ahead of the Mercedes. The gap 0.3 of a second. What a stint from both drivers. Shane Van Gisbergen.
Entender agora? Olha só, o mergulho do Cristiano Piquet, ele era o 4º no grid, carro número 8, carro preto. Vinha para tentar o 2º lugar. Por fora aqui o Rodrigo Melo armava o bote. Aí nós acompanhávamos o pelotão, nesse meio tempo o Gonzalo Huerta já ficou parado ali. Todo mundo desviando para lá, para cá, de repente veio o Roberto Samed, não tinha para onde desviar, acabou acertando a traseira do Huerta e o carro do Ramon Alcaraz. Vamos ver? Olha só o Rodrigo Melo como avançou por fora, o Ramon acabou acertando ali, mas quase deu uma lambida só na dianteira do carro do Rodrigo Melo. Faltou pouco para ele conseguir escapar. O Roman saiu rodando. Veja ali como vinha o Christian Germano. Como vinha também o...
Se apagó el semáforo, verde que te quiero verde, y se largó la Porsche Cup. Doblarán todos en la primera. Uy, mirá la recta, el desparramo que armaron. Uy, lo tiraron al puntero afuera. Al puntero, a la leca. Y esto tardan 1 hora para sacarlo, porque hay que sacar. Ahora sí va el flaco por adentro, Ballini por adentro. Va a ser segundo. Oh, no aflojo. Lo tumba, lo tumba. Uy. ¿Qué hiciste? Este va a la maniobra.
Este va a la maniobra, sí. Bueno, para mí es una maniobra de carrera porque se abre el...
No, la culpa totalmente del piloto brasileño.
Exacto.
Casi se lo pone de gorro.
Bueno, hay que ver ahora, la duda es cómo quedó el auto de Gini, ¿no?
O aquecimento dos pneus, manter o aquecimento dos pneus, aí a primeira ocorrência, quando foram para fora. O Ramon Alcaraz pode pedir para ver de novo. Veja aí como já vinha atravessado o carro do Ramon, parece ter levado um toque anterior na traseira do carro. Luiz Fernando Elias vinha atacando por fora. No mundo foram embora os dois. Otávio Mesquita ganhando posição. Aqui a rodada do Beto Leite. 11, não, Rodrigo?
A freada nessa curva 5 é muito forte. Va un poquitito más allá de la pista. Hay un auto que se va afuera, es Gordillo con Eric. Vemos la reiteración. Es de sobrepaso Elizalde. Ahí está, lo corre.
Y como salta la punta.
Al segundo lugar. 2 por 1.
Muy abierto.
Sí, se pasa un poquito.
Se pasa. Y aprovecha muy bien Elizalde. El gran perdedor de esta maniobra es Gordillo, que había largado del segundo puesto y termina ahí contra el Guarray.
Ahí terminó adelante. A ver qué sucedía.
De costado, Traconia.
Un paso solito, Solito Traconia.
La pista está un poco sucia.
Sí, así es. Lo corrige,
Mirá vos, Camilo Echevarría, la punta de la carrera.
La punta de la carrera. Se golpearon Camilo. También el Bebu. Se va afuera. Azar. A ver, ahí es Ganga, perdón. Y ahí está de costado Matías Rodríguez como caballo de granadero. Mirá, estos se van a... No podían largar con gomas lisas. Después de Guerra afuera. No lo pueden tener en este sector. Es un vidrio. El auto de Nicky Trocet quedó afuera. Cuidado. Era un poco. Uy. El Facu Regalía lo partió al medio. Peligro.
Perdón.
Mirá, no frenan directamente en ese sector. No lo pueden parar, tienen gomas lisas y se van a golpear. Uy, mirá qué lío. Y se van a meter. Y mirá, carambola. Chau, ¿cuántos quedaron? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y este sigue derecho. La decena de pilotos afuera que no pueden frenar en ese sector. Claro, la mayoría tenía neumáticos lisos. Qué locura,
Es que no sacás más tanta cantidad de autos.
Qué locura. Mirá, y siguen haciendo trompo, ahora Perlo, y se van a seguir golpeando. Otro auto que se va afuera.
Hay que aclarar algo.
Sí, es el de Guarnacia, sí.
Es una cuestión deportiva. Acá hubo una elección que los pilotos se la jugaron y salió mal.
Pésima elección de los pilotos.
Porque, ¿qué sucedió? Mientras estaban en la grilla, en este sector seguía lloviendo y se puso así la pista.
Mira, y van a seguir derecho. Hay otro auto que sigue derecho. Ahí viene Canapino, que tiene goma de lluvia, dobló. Y aquel terminó clavado y lo va pasando como parado. A Gonzalo Fernández.
Auto de seguridad.
Hay auto de seguridad.
Another key corner is turn number 1. Lots of runoff on the outside. Drivers that go to the far. Up Anthony Martin, the young Brazilian driver, on the move already.
Yeah, only one little situation. Parker Thompson. Oh, we got a couple of cars off towards the back of the field.
Dakota Dickerson. Oh, almost contact.
Nice acceleration. Gavin alongside Anthony Martin as they make their way out of 6.
They go to the apex in turn number 5. Martin gave him some room. The car pushed out. Gavin goes to the outside through 6 over to turn number 7. The 7-8 combination. Now he looks back to the inside. Martin able to hold him off. That was deep. He came from way back, and of course, Martin again. This is for the final position on the podium. Gavin back by maybe 2 lengths as they work their way into turn number 1.
So it is Ed Jones making his way through the Alabama roller coaster as we get a replay of that first lap. He'll roar out of the turn number 4, Michael Young, as he leads the field here on lap 2. Tires is flat, and Davey, as you get a look at the replay, side by side to a degree, Urrutia showed him a nose into turn number 1 as we get a full course yellow.
I'm going to look really close here, and yes, he does get him in that left rear tire. At first, I thought maybe he didn't touch him, but he absolutely did. It looks like it maybe even...
Between Grist and Telitz, they're still side by side coming up the hill. Grist is going to have the inside. Look at Telitz trying to come across on him. Aggressive defense. No, Grist is going to go right down to the bottom of the track. Contact on the inside. Grist back on the...
Can get another lap or two. He just drove it in there a little too deep. A lot of brake smoke, and he lost grip on the rear end of the race car and came to a stop. Dave, you had a chance to get that perspective with Tom Hansing. I talked to him this morning, the guy in the flag stand for the Verizon IndyCar Series. He got a big kick out of you being up there with him yesterday. Worked very, very hard to do that, Dave.
And they all, good luck and wow. And as we take a look at the replay,
he did. That's not in the interest of the pitch. You can see the grip, the rear grip of the car just went away, and he was along for the ride. And again, as we said, in those situations.
One right here.
Mike Harmon, the reason for the caution. Did he get a little help? A little sideways. Eric Jones, not much you could do.
Caution, watch your back here, watch your back, caution.
Jones didn't anticipate Harmon getting loose there, and his momentum carried him right into the back of Mike.
And Harmon may have been trying to get out of Eric Jones' way by going to the bottom and getting loose and all that, but definitely Eric was not ready for that.
Dale Jr. gets to the bottom of the racetrack on Poole.
Yep, Poole goes to, looks like he goes to protect it a little bit. Junior kind of gets into the left rear. I guess Poole got into the 7 there as well.
Yeah. It looked like Poole just couldn't turn when he got to the corner. Check him out when he gets down into turn 1. Junior does his job, gets to the bottom. And then Poole runs up into the side of Allgaier.
Yeah, Allgaier just didn't get the best restart that I thought he was going to have and be able to clear the 48 car of Brendan Poole. And it just looks like it wasn't enough room for all 3 of them. They were 3 wide, actually.
Well, he drove. Wow. Those Joe Gibbs cars.
Keep rolling there.
Tiff hit a ton right there.
All rolling, still all rolling. 2 by 2. Clear about half out the back. Whatever you need. Still half back to the 1. Still outside. Still 2 wide. Still 2 wide. Keep coming. Middle. Keep coming. Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
That could be a $100,000 move right there to the bottom with Ty Dillon.
Inside. Inside here. Hold your line. Shit.
He did a heck of a job trying to save that thing.
He did all he could do.
They placed blame on anyone on that one. That seemed like, hey, Justin wasn't quite clear. There were 3 wide. I don't think he knew he was 3 wide down into that corner and expected that. And it's a really tough angle to see that for the spotters going into turn 1 as well. So I kind of see, you know, it's just a tough call. It's just one of those situations. I call it a racing deal on that one.
Forgotten how to do it here. Dale Jr. wins at Richmond, $100,000 for Ty Dillon.
He's with him and into the wall, and it tore that thing all to pieces.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show you just how much power is at the rear wheels of these race cars. And when he accelerated, I'm assuming either first or second gear, it just spun the tires. There's no traction control.
Just a little wee bit loose, and they really get loose when you get a little tap like that.
24 did on that restart was sexy. That was pretty cool.
You're riding with Chase Elliott.
Still there, a little behind both.
Wow.
3 wide. Still.
Let's see what happens here. Austin Dillon up on the outside there, and here comes Biffle. Bam!
Now, I think, you know, the 23 of Reagan was going to get underneath the car in front of him, but I think Biffle just assumed he would go all the way out to the wall. Yeah, this the 3 of Austin Dillon. The 23 had a run, was going to
restart. Joey Logano behind Tony here, and
oh man,
boy,
don't give Logano an inch. He took advantage of that. You know, I think Tony was maybe blocking the outside to prevent what happened between Chase Elliott earlier when he took him 3 wide on the outside.
He's right down at the bottom of your screen.
Is that right in there? Yeah, yes. and he's 3 wide here.
Oh, I know exactly what it was. It's
the
tailpipe on the right side of the 42. Bam. Got into that left rear, and that will just cut it immediately.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Around he goes.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, really. You get hit by a car, and the tailpipes get, and the tire pressure is really, really low.
There's
here's
the move.
Look at this. Contact. Did they make contact?
No. It's pretty close, but this is going to be a drag race.
Last gasp, turn 3, last lap. Traffic ahead. Kyle Busch the leader.
Look at this.
Carl Edwards right there. Moves him to win it. Carl Edwards bump and dump and run.
Oh, God.
How did he pull that?
Feels he's
got that thing on.
That's a shame. He drove.
Ice pack.
He worked traffic perfectly. He was looking in his mirror. He was doing everything he needed to do.
Not sure he expected that either.
Taking home the checkered flag.